Tonight on What the Heck Do I Know's PM Update, we're talking about closing from a project management perspective. Now, since all projects are temporary endeavors, they all will end eventually. Starting a YouTube channel and having progress goals could be considered two different projects. Running the channel is an operation, though. In today's show, I'm going to be talking about the difference between project and operations, and the unique business of setting goals in a social media context. Interested in finding out more? Then stay with us. Hey guys, I really enjoy making these videos for you, so if you get value from them or know someone who would, please support us by hitting like, subscribe, leaving comments, and sharing. And remember, you can always find in-depth information at whattheheckdoiknow.com. Welcome back to PM Update. I'm Leah. Tonight, my first subject is on closing projects. Since projects are temporary endeavors, at some point they will be over and you will need to acknowledge in some way that they're complete. You could also call this accomplishing the goal. Now, when I started, I looked at each major task as a goal or project. Setting up my channel and associated website together was one goal. Then working towards getting 100 subscribers. That was my second goal. From the research I did, I estimated this would take about 3 months. I reviewed all sorts of other advice on best practices and followed the ones that made sense for my channel and brand. In the first 2 months, I created an enormous amount of content, posting every day for the first month and 3 times per week in the second. Still, it took 6 months to get to the 100 subscriber mark. I wasn't keeping a schedule for this because in order to get to 100 subscribers, I just needed to keep making and promoting my content. I was watching my numbers and making small changes to my shows to see if anything seemed to resonate with my viewers. My overall subscriber and view numbers were really too small to show me what I needed to do differently, though. When I finally reached 100 subscribers after 6 months, I allowed myself to take a break and look closely at the content I was putting out every week. I thought about whether I should set another goal or move into operations mode. I also thought about whether or not I could consider reaching this goal a success. Not really. During that break time, I also started a second channel that I knew would have a broader appeal. It's called I Am the Frugal Expat, if any of you would like to check it out. I could do things with the new channel that would make it easy to take advantage of a new format that YouTube is testing called #Shorts. I posted a couple of 60-second videos and didn't think much about it after that. That is, until one day I woke up to over 300 views on one video after 48 hours. While this, my primary channel, was struggling to get 20 views in a week. Now that I had something to compare it with, I had to really think about my project management content and if I was going in the right direction. The Shorts format was definitely something I wanted to keep doing after seeing the response. Now, for both channels, I also looked at creating a presence on additional social media platforms to see if they might be better suited for project management content. At the 2-month mark on What the Heck Do I Know, I realized that the way to create the best value for viewers was to build classes on project management. But I was so busy creating content for 2 channels, building websites and writing posts, and expanding onto other platforms that I just couldn't find the time. Now I knew that I needed to switch to operations on YouTube and make the time to build the classes. And that's exactly what I've done. Writing this series on my experiences is much easier than creating stories to illustrate project management principles. And that has given me time to build a basic course on using project management for life skills. Sometime next week, I will hopefully be uploading the completed courses on Udemy or LinkedIn Learning if I'm approved. And I will still be posting on this channel, but I think I will try to introduce more fun into my topics and keep the serious stuff for a platform where people actually go to learn. What does switching to operations actually mean? Well, in this situation, it means that I won't be making any further goals for this channel. I've always treated this as a job, and not just any job, but one that I'm passionate about. I work on this 7 days per week, and that is unlikely to change. But the content here will likely be more supplemental to the online courses. I still love making these videos, and as long as I can afford to spend my days doing this, I will. I haven't worked out all of the details yet since I have one more show in this series to complete before I change things up again. That's all for What the Heck Do I Know's PM update. In the next and final episode in this series, I will be talking about initiation. Now, I know that sounds weird to be ending a series with the first step in the process, but I'm doing this on purpose because I wanted to lead up to the big one. I still think planning is the most important, but the idea phase is where you start to think your dreams are possible, and that makes it the most inspirational. You'll see weekly content after the end of this series. It will just be a little different than you're used to seeing. I will definitely post updates when my class is available, and it will be as free as YouTube. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on our next episode of PM Update. Good night. Hey, before you go, don't forget to support these videos by hitting like and subscribe. I love seeing comments too.